Right, I'll start. Hello, darling. It's Freddie here. Hello and welcome to the Alternative News Podcast with Tom and James. This is your little slice of happiness away from the terrible world outside. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to the Alternative News Podcast with Tom and James.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Grand, thank you. All the better for hearing you.
Yes, you too, mate.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's a bit... oh, like that, is it?
Yeah.
It's been a strange old week, hasn't it, in the world of news?
Oh, just stop, will you?
Yeah.
Not you, just stop hurting each other, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I saw someone say the other day, I didn't realise that it'd only take 20 years of the 21st century to be worse than the whole of the 20th century.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. 20th century was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad, yeah. But this seems to have trumped it already, and we've still got 78 years to go, whatever it is.
Exactly. Bombing hospitals really is a bit low.
Yeah. Yeah, we're scraping the barrel of what's acceptable, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just think they need, like, a mum to go over there and just stop it.
Yeah, pack it in.
Yeah, because that could stop anything. I could be doing anything that would stop me.
Oh, God. A kind of an army of mothers.
Yes.
You know.
With their hands on the hips.
Yes.
Yeah. Saying, no, just pack it in, Putin.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to your room. Yeah.
Exactly. Get to your Kremlin.
Yeah. Yeah. Get back in your strange, weird building.
Yeah, it's like him. It reminds me of, you know, them sweets used to get you were younger, like icing on a bit of a biscuit, the tiny little things.
Ice gems, was it?
Ice gems, yeah. It reminds me of like a massive one of them there.
Yeah. It reminds me of like fancy ice cream.
Yeah.
Like a little whip on the top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why is that a thing?
I don't know why that design is something.
Yeah.
It looks a bit like Disney World.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We're
very
probably
strange.
going to get DDoSed for this, aren't we?
Yeah, and then look at our prime minister. He lives in like a flat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in a it lives in just like an office block.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
literally. Yeah, yeah.
The US likes the White House.
Yeah,
our prime minister lives in a flat.
Exactly. But we did burn down the White House, didn't we?
We did, yeah. I wonder if like the Prime Minister's flat in London, whether like he's paying extortionate rent on it. You know, like it's a one bedroom bed sit kind of thing.
In the heart of London, I suspect not.
Yeah,
I suspect we're all paying for it, including his new furnishings.
Oh yeah, his fancy wallpaper.
Yeah, exactly. That, yeah.
But
that's why we're here.
Yes.
That's the disease. This world that we're currently living, this horrible world where people are killing each other, and we're the antidote. It's not much of an antidote, but you know.
Yeah, it only lasts for 45 minutes or to an hour, but you can listen to it on repeat.
Yeah, and you will be able to lift after 2 hours.
Yeah. I suppose we're like just transporting you to a tranquil, distant planet.
Exactly. It's like meditation for people with sick sense of humour.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So yeah, we're not going to touch on the big news. We're gonna bring you the lighter side of our wonderful planet.
Yes, exactly. That's happening. It's horrible and it's awful, but we, for all our own sakes, we just need to have a quick look on the lighter side.
Yes, we do, yeah. So yeah, you're going to kick us off with some amazing news.
Yep.
And then we'll move to what the book was at, which was a feature in our last podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then we'll move on to fact or fake.
Cool. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
And then we'll finish off with our favourite part of the podcast, which is weird news and classic album.
Yeah. Okay.
So over to you, mate.
Right. Shall I do the intro?
Did we have an intro? Or have you got one?
I can think of one.
Go for it.
Okay. Woo! That's amazing. Okay, so that's our intro to the amazing news podcast.
That, the woo. If you were watching that like on a TV program, was that the kind of the logo coming towards the screen, or was
exactly?
What? Right. Okay.
It was like someone's mouth opening wider and wider in astonishment.
And an amazing news comes swirling out of the mouth.
And what's amazing is that I'm not being filmed. I'm sat here on my own. The cat's eating biscuits in the kitchen, and I still did the hand movement of it going woo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, this part of the podcast is where we like to look at amazing news stories, not necessarily funny or weird, but something that makes you think, "Whoa, that's incredible! That's an achievement," or that's a good slice of good luck, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just happy news that we found quite incredible.
Yeah.
So the first one, love history. Me, you're a fan of history as well, aren't you?
I like my history, yeah.
Yep.
I always find it funny when you watch these game shows and someone gets asked a history question, about Henry VIII or Second World War, and they go, "Oh, I don't know, I wasn't alive then."
I know. You just want to climb into the screen and kick them in the arse, don't you?
Yeah, I really want to throttle them.
Yeah, I'm not that good at history. You should be good at history.
Yeah, I wasn't born then. It's before I was born. You just want to go, right. You're not allowed to vote. Go away.
Or breed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah,
no, that's a bit tight. Yeah.
But yeah, we're
just,
the other
just voting.
Yeah, just voting. Yeah, you're not allowed to vote. But yeah, we're the other way. We really like our history.
Oh, I love it, and I love it when I get a history question right. Surprisingly enough, my girlfriend doesn't find that impressive when I get a question right in a game show, or I get a catchphrase right. Oh,
you get a catchphrase right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like nonchalant, and I'm thinking, I'm a little bit of a genius. I should be IQ tested here.
Yeah, like that's where's that knowledge come from?
Exactly. Yeah. Battle of the Bulge, December 1944.
Yeah.
Where does it come from?
Yeah, like I love it if I can get something right on University Challenge.
Oh God, I am licking myself like a cat on the rug if I get a question right on that.
Yeah. Now I have got a claim to fame.
Go on.
Not a claim to fame. You know where they go on to the bonus round and they get the 3 questions kind of thing?
Yes.
I once got all 3 correct.
Was it a Beatles round?
No, but it was on 1950s rock and roll.
Oh, brilliant.
So it was like Little Richard, Buddy Holly, and something else.
Was it the one where they play the songs and they like...
That's it, name the artist, yeah.
Yeah. I think we might have discussed this before, but I do have a default list of answers if I don't know what it is.
Go on.
And that is purple, uranium, and horse's arse.
Yeah, for when you really don't know. Yeah. For when the question you just don't understand it.
Exactly, and that's from the royal family. That was
it?
When he's doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? He goes horse's arse, horse's arse, horse's arse. It was deer. It looks like a horse's arse from the behind.
Yeah, I love that when they ask a question and it's like you might as well have said that in Latin.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I also love it when they do get a question right, guessing who's going to drink the water really fast after they got it
right. Yeah. I saw one the other week where it went to the bonus round and the camera was focused on the captain while Jeremy Paxman was asking the question.
Yeah.
And while he was asking the question, one of his teammates tried to whisper to him, and he just went, shh.
Did he? To his own teammate?
Yeah, didn't even look at them, but just raised a finger as shh.
Oh, that is power, that, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and they went out in the quarterfinals last week, so I was happy about that.
Oh, good, yeah. I always like it when there's like a northern city competing against a Cambridge or Oxford. I'm like, go on.
Yeah.
Toffs.
Yeah. When it's Manchester University or like an old Polytechnic versus Cambridge.
Yeah, exactly. Cooper, MMU.
Yeah.
Bradley, University of Hull.
Yeah. Anyway, amazing news.
And they always say in that, there's just one more thing. I hate the little pretentious twats that say, and I'm reading. No, you're studying.
Yeah.
You're not reading.
Yeah.
You go to a library to read. You go to the newsagents to read.
Yeah.
You don't. Well, I do. But yeah, you don't go to read to university. You study.
Yeah. Well,
stop being a dick.
Stop being a dick. And I'm just going to say amazing news, but I've got another one that really grinds my gears when they go, "Hello, I'm David Smith. I was born in London, but I now live in Cambridge." It's like, I don't need to know you, like your past of where you've lived, where you grew up, and where you were born.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just tell me where you're from and what you're studying.
I now live in Cambridge. You study at Cambridge, don't you? What a coincidence.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if you were still living in Utah.
I'm originally from Greece, but I now live in Birmingham. Well, of course you did. You go to Birmingham University.
You are now listening to the University Challenge podcast.
Yeah. I hope Paxman's listening.
Yeah, hope you're listening, Paxman. Come on.
Right.
Right. Okay, we digress.
Yeah. Do your intro again, and we'll start again.
Okay. Ooh, amazing. That's amazing. I forgot what I was going to say.
I like it.
Yeah,
amazing. That's amazing.
Amazing. That's amazing. With Tom and James. So, okay, that's the intro. Okay, first bit of news, bit of history news.
Yeah.
Something I've read about before is I like British history. I'm British. Heritage isn't, but I am. And I love like stories of where we've conquered and not necessarily killing people, but like feats that we've done, like climbing Everest and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the most impressive is Sir Ernest Shackleton. He went to the Antarctic Ocean in order to try and basically reach the South Pole.
Yeah.
Amazing. And this week, after 107 years after it sank, his ship has been found in the Antarctic.
Wow.
Antarctica even, which I think is pretty impressive because it's been there for 107 years. It's probably below an ice cap somewhere, so it's going to be very, very hard to try and find that.
Have they known where it was, or they quite literally just stumbled upon it now?
I think they've been looking for it from what I've read. It became trapped, so I reckon it probably got wedged in the ice and then it sank.
Yeah.
Which was near the Falkland Islands, I believe, around there. So it's very, very far south and stuff.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was found approximately 4 miles south of the position that it was originally recorded.
Right.
So with the waves and everything, and the ice caps freezing and all that kind of stuff, it must have shifted, which is really impressive. But yeah, in 1915 it sank when Shackleton and his crew set out to achieve the first land crossing of Antarctica, but Endurance didn't reach it. And it literally, if you see the pictures online, it's got the nameplates. It's like it's been frozen in time, really. So much of it's well preserved. But I suppose that's what happens when it's preserved in ice, isn't it?
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I'm wondering, like, obviously, I'm guessing the pictures and film are all kind of in Ultra HD as well.
Yeah.
It kind of gets me thinking, like if we went back to the moon now, it'd look amazing.
Yeah.
Watching that on your telly, like people landing on the moon and bobbing about.
4K and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if they just film it in Arizona again in 4K, that'd be good.
Yeah. I'll have the same effect, yeah.
Yeah. One thing that would digress again. One thing I've thought of, right? This might sound really idiotic, but if we went to the moon, right, and you see all the videos of them planting a flag on the moon and everyone's happy and all that kind of stuff jumping around, why don't they just get to prove all these doubters wrong? Why don't they just get a really powerful telescope to zoom in on that flag on the moon?
Yeah, well, this is it. I know. This is what I think about the Russians or the Chinese or whoever. If they wanted to disprove it, they could go, "Well, this is a picture of where they said they landed, and there's now here."
Exactly. Yeah, it's just barren.
Yeah, so I don't know if they could do it on the flip side and prove there was nothing there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they've got telescopes that prove where the lunar lander drove around the moon. You know, like the tyre tracks.
Yeah.
I think they've got evidence to show that, haven't they? I think.
Yeah, I think so. Just show me a flag, though.
But yeah, just show me the flag. I mean, they'll prove it if they go back to the same landing site and go, "There's the flag. It's just fallen over."
Yeah. Also, the Endurance as well. When it sailed for the Antarctica, it had a cat called Mrs. Chippy.
Mrs. Chippy.
Yeah. Which was the tiger-shaped tabby, despite his name's actually a male. Extremely confusing for the poor cat.
Mrs. Chippy. Yeah, E-I-Yippee, me mother's gone the chippy.
Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, it didn't survive the rest of the journey.
Oh, well, that was going to be my question. Did any of the crew survive? Like, did they manage to get off the ship, or were they rescued, or what?
So I think they managed to make it so far, and then I think there's the second expedition where it all went tits up, I think.
Right.
But I don't actually. I've heard of it, but I don't actually know that much about it. So I'm really looking forward to reading more into it. I might be completely wrong.
Yeah. It's a gap in my knowledge. I mean, after us saying we're history buffs, I don't quite know what happened next. But wasn't the one where the Norwegians beat us to the pole by like 5 minutes or something daft?
A strip club.
Was that a strip club? Is that what you said? Was that a strip club?
Yeah.
I'm sure I did.
This is my pole.
Or was it the Yeah. You wanna dance?
Was that the Arctic? That was.
Or was that the North?
Yeah.
That's probably I'm getting
Scots to the Antarctic as well, isn't there?
Oh, that might be North Pole then.
Yeah. Exactly. I might be completely wrong there, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I thought it was amazing to find a little time capsule frozen in ice like that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Is there any kind of are they thinking of kind of raising the ship out of the water, or is it just impossible to do? Or?
I think it'd be impossible, wouldn't it? It's like the Titanic. Like the Titanic's eroding away, isn't it? So if they just try to lift it just will fall to pieces, unfortunately. So I think that's the same.
Have you ever seen that film?
Where they find...
Go on, sorry, mate.
Which one? Titanic?
No, I was going to say it. No. No, raising the Titanic.
Oh no, I've never seen that. No.
I think they basically like attach it to a massive helicopter and like lift it out. I'm sure that's
a big bloody helicopter.
Yeah, I'm sure they basically just like chuck some rope around it, underneath it, pull it through, and then just lift it up. Yeah, because that's it's easy enough, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think they've done it with other ships before. By attaching big buoyancy devices to it.
Yeah,
and then letting it float up and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be a massive bloody balloon, wouldn't it, to lift the Titanic?
Oh, yeah, it needs to be a Zeppelin or something, yeah.
Yeah, and the rest, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my first one.
Love it.
Our next news story is... Mavis, will you fucking pack it in? And the cat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Will you... Right. You go in the kitchen with that. Go on. Go around. Go in there. Right, okay. Sorry, mate.
You alright?
Right. So, my next news story is a happy bit of news. Well, I say it's a happy bit of news because there's a vicar in Grimsby that's had his church clock stuck at 2 minutes past 12 for 12 years. So it's 12 for the last 12 years. So
right, okay.
You got to think like 2010.
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing when that got stuck?
What happened in 2010? Yeah.
Decided to finally get it repaired. Pair of clock engineers, I didn't even know such thing existed, gave a quote for £50,000 to get this clock fixed.
Right.
So a pair of locals, a cheesemaker called Rick Haywood and a 15-year-old student called Jay Foley decided to look at it themselves, and they actually went up there with a kind of WD-40 and fixed it themselves.
So it cost £3 in the end.
Exactly, yeah. The 15-year-old boy fell from the tower and was killed, but at least
yeah, but the clock's now working.
Yeah, the clock's now working. No, I'm joking. That's a complete joke. Please don't write in. But yeah, it saved them all that money. Saved them £50,000 in order to fix the church clock. And all it took was a tin of WD-40, which kind of emphasises my point that I make at the moment, that a WD-40 can fix anything.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. It can fix anything, can't it?
Yeah, I don't know why they don't bring it to football matches.
What, like when you get a player who's knocked down injured?
Yeah, like the magic sponge.
Yeah.
Just a bit of WD-40 on it.
Bit of WD-40, yeah. What I like about this story is that if you take some of the key elements, it sounds like some Charles Dickens story.
Yes, a little bit.
You know, the clock was stuck at 2 minutes past 12 for 12 years, and a cheesemaker and a 15-year-old chimney sweep.
Exactly, the details is a 15-year-old student. Yeah. He's not going to be a plumber, is he? At 15.
Yeah. 15-year-old labourer.
A 15-year, Rick Haywood, cheesemaker. Now, I'm thinking like he's probably got a beard. One
of those little hats.
Yeah, and he has to cover his beard up with a net when he's making his cheese and stuff. Yeah. And I can just see him climbing up this church tower with his trusty can of WD-40 in his back pocket.
Yeah.
And in the Charles Dickens story, it falls out, but the 15-year-old catches it in his mouth and stuff. And, and there's one bit where one of them's hanging off the second hand.
That's right. And all the time, Mr. Chippy the cat is watching. Yeah,
Mrs. Chippy's down there, scratching herself.
Yeah.
And they finally get it working, and then what they do is, because he's a cheesemaker, he wedges a big bit of cheese in it to get it stuck again.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. It definitely has. I mean, hopefully it doesn't suggest that Grimsby's a bit backwards.
Yeah. It is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose that clock was just stuck in its ways.
Hey! That's the first one of the day, yeah. Yeah, Grimsby, when I used to go and watch Crewe, who are my favourite football team, for people of our previous podcast will know, I loved it when you used to play Grimsby and you used to just shout, "Fish! Fish!"
Such a great taunt, innit?
Yeah, at the Grimsby fans, yeah. Fish!
I bet they were devastated. They were like, "Oh yeah, we do like fishing."
Yeah. It's kind of it's part and parcel of our life here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
So that's my second good news story.
That's a cracking news story. Yeah.
So the Grimsby vicar has now unwedged his clock.
Unwedged his clock. For another 100 years, perhaps.
Exactly, and the people of Grimsby will be able to tell the time now.
And hopefully move forward into the 21st century.
For at least 12 years.
For at least another 12 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. With that in mind, then, shall we? Is it time for a break?
I think it's time for the break.
Coming soon to Channel 5, the tribute bands of Great Britain. In the first episode, we follow one of the Midlands' biggest tribute bands.
Hello, I'm Stuart, Looney Stew. But he told you about me, haven't he? Have they told you about me? Oh no, they haven't told you about me. Oh right, okay. Well, I'm Stuart. I'm the crazy one of the gang. And will to Jack Daniels? No, I can't have Jack Daniels anymore. We haven't need tablets anyway.
Well, my name's Brian Copperpot. I grew up just outside West Bromwich, and I play Jimmy in Fred Zeppelin, Jimmy Page. What's my most memorable moment? It's probably with this gig we played in Tunstall in Stoke. It wasn't our best gig ever. That was in Norwich, I think. But yeah, we played this gig in Tunstall, and after the gig, the sound guy come up to me and We used to call him the BHG, not the BFG, the BHG. Yeah, he stood for Big-Headed Gary. Yeah, he had a massive head. Yeah, sniper's dream. Anyway, he come up to me after the gig and he said, Brian, you are the best guitarist I have ever seen. Not ever, not in the world, just in Tunstall. But yeah, he said I was the best guitarist he'd ever seen.
What does it mean for me to be in a tribute band? I'd have to say freedom. It's just 2 hours to unplug from the minds, man, and pump the crowd full of lead.
My old ma used to say to me, Brian, shoot for the moon. Shoot for the moon, son. And if you miss the moon, you'll land among the stars. Yeah, it's lovely that, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, the only problem is I missed the moon and I missed the stars. Yeah, I just landed in the cold vacuum of space where no one could hear me scream. Welcome back to the second part of the Alternative News podcast. There's still part of me that really has to think about that, so I don't say Talk of the Terraces football podcast.
I know, yeah, it is hard, isn't it? Yeah. I
really have to focus in on it.
It's just default now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it really is. You have to think really hard about that. In the middle section of the show, we've got two features. The first of which is What the Book Was At, or as it's otherwise known as, What the Book Was That?
Do like that.
And for anyone who's listened to it for the first time, this is where I read out some true 100% genuine book titles that you can buy from all good and some bad book retailers. These are genuine books. Name no names, but this is genuine. Most you can buy off Amazon, so please go and have a look. First book title.
Okay.
Just give myself a second. Right. It's called The Big Book of Lesbian Horse Stories.
Nay.
When these sisters saddle up, ecstasy is only a hoofbeat away.
So the lesbian sisters.
It seems that will go. Yeah, that's a really weird twist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. When these sisters saddle up, ecstasy is only a hoofbeat away. A hoofbeat.
Hoofbeat.
By Alicia Serkis. That is a genuine book.
Is it a fiction one? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's the front cover is like an adult cartoon. I don't mean like that kind of adult cartoon, but it's not like a kiddies kind of cartoon,
Okay, what are they doing?
So one woman's kind of got a leg up in the air with a. They're fully clothed, but one woman's got a leg up in the air on a box wearing her riding boots, pushing
her box
on her box, pushing her chest out, holding a horse whip.
Right.
And then the other woman looks like someone who's perhaps not into the lesbian stuff yet. She looks a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about this. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Whether she hasn't kind of, fully explored the lesbian horse stories.
Fair enough. Right. So she's just lying there going, saddle up.
She's lying there going, come and saddle up. And the other one's kind of just stood there looking at her, stroking a horse's head.
Yeah. And what's the horse doing?
Yeah, the horse is hoping he's going to get involved. I think.
Yeah.
I hope there's something in it for him. I'm actually just going to send you a picture on WhatsApp.
Yeah, please do.
I should send you this actually as I read the stories out because it's the 21st century. We can do this, can't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is should be in your mobile phone now. If you want to have a look at that picture.
Oh my God. The Big Book of Lesbian Horror Stories on this. Jesus. Yeah, she's proper saying, like, come on.
Yeah, and the other one's
she's like, oh no, I'm not that sure.
Yeah, I just like riding my horses. So yeah, that's the first book title.
That is a definite read.
That is a really good reader. Yeah.
It looks like 1970s kind of thing as well.
It does,
the
yeah.
hair and the cartoon and stuff.
That's right. Yeah, that would be a great one to read around the pool on your next summer holiday.
Exactly. Yeah.
This next one, the second book title, is brilliant. It's got an old guy on it with a moustache and grey hair. He's wearing like a worker's apron, like he works in metal work, or he's got a very manual job.
Right.
And it's the headline is "Everything I Know About Women I Learnt from My Tractor."
Please send me the picture.
It's on its way now. Another genuine book by Roger Welsh.
Look at him. Look at his face.
He's well happy with himself, isn't he? I can only imagine he's from the south of England.
By the looks of him.
The sun's shining, so the weather's a bit nicer down south.
Yeah.
Everything I know about women I learned from my tractor. That is brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, what a lovely... I wonder what he has learnt from his tractor about women.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what things can you connect between women in tractors? What similarities are they?
I was going to say a joke about ploughing, but I suppose that'd be more of a male thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, everything I'm thinking of is probably not
appropriate. I've just thought of a couple that aren't appropriate that would probably get us banned. Yeah. So I will not say.
Yes, we'll leave that for all the listeners to make up your own judgments.
Both tractors and women are essential and wonderful.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's that.
There you go.
We'll leave it there.
Hey girls. How you doing?
Now this last one, I don't know which way to approach it. I don't know whether to give you the title and then you tell me what you think's on the front cover.
Right.
Or whether to tell you the front cover and then you give me a title.
Right, I think... tell me the front cover and I'll give you a title, I think.
Right, okay. So it's a cartoon, more of a childlike kind of cartoon.
Yep.
And it's got a picture of a cat, a domesticated cat, and he's sat at the table and he's playing a game of chess. What's the book called?
The Cat and the Prawns?
No. Don't know.
The Cheshire Cat?
That'd be good. No.
It's like Rockbusters, isn't it?
It is a bit like, yeah.
No, I give up.
Shall I give you the title?
Go on.
Games you can play with your pussy. And lots of other stuff cat owners should know. Yeah.
That can't be genuine, surely.
Yeah, it is. By Ivory Tower Publishing Company. I've just sent you the front cover of that book.
Let's have a look.
Games you can play with your pussy.
He looks pretty pissed off as well.
I think he must be loony. He's just had checkmate, I think.
Yeah, I think that's like 70s, 80s by looks of it. It looks like kind of a the snowman kind of drawings, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, it really does.
What games can you play with your pussy? Ping pong?
Ping pong's a good one. Yeah. How
many things can you fit in?
Yeah. They're not very helpful if you're doing some sewing.
No. Yeah. Guess who? I think you can play with cats, can't you?
Yeah. Cats have got.
They're good at that.
They're very good at that. Yeah. Got quite an IQ for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Moustache.
So yeah, that's my three book titles for this week.
We implore our readers to go out and buy these wonderful books. It's like the Richard and Judy book club, but better.
But better, yeah, without Richard.
Yeah. Exactly, or Judy.
Or Judy, yeah. Like,
He's always pissed.
Yeah, one's pissed and one's just rambling absolute nonsense.
Yeah. yeah. Welcome back. Yeah.
The real life Alan Partridge.
In fact, ring in. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
If you find Cash a divorce, Judy, ring in. Yeah.
I That's a great feature. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my book titles.
Love it. Love it.
Love it. Shall we move on to fact or fake?
Yeah, go on.
Hit the theme tune, mate.
Oh no, I haven't actually got a desk to do it on.
Oh no.
I'll have to do it on the wall.
Yeah.
Fact or fake? Fact or fake? Fact or fake?
So this is fact or fake, where I give Tom. I can't speak now. It's where I give Tom three statements, and Tom has to determine whether that is a fact or whether it's a fake.
Oh, it's a fake.
Fact or fake. The first one, which I don't think I've done this one before.
Okay.
But the first one is the @ symbol, as in the email address, the @ sign, was invented by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Fake.
Ting!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Was it invented by someone else called Arnold?
Yeah, it was invented by some other former Mr. Universe.
What is this? I put a big curl on the A. I'd love that to be true.
It would have been brilliant if it was true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly not.
I need to send the email. I don't know which corporation to send it to.
The second fact or fake?
It's an @ you idiot. Okay, yep.
Okay. A town called Poo in Spain uses more toilet paper per capita than any other town in Europe.
Poo. How are you spelling poo?
It's just P-O-O.
P-O-O.
Yeah, that's how the Spanish like to spell it.
Per town anywhere.
Yeah, per capita, the town of Poo uses more toilet paper than any other town in Europe.
I think that's going to be fact because tourists will go there to have a poo in Poo.
That's a good point, yeah.
Oh,
It's a fake.
no.
Yeah,
No.
it's a load of shit.
I want to go to Poo and have a poo. That's loads of shit. I skidded onto that one, didn't I? What is the best? Is it crew?
I genuinely don't know.
Okay.
Third
one. So it's 1-1.
1-1. We've probably got time for another two, actually.
Oh, cool.
All mammals, on average, take 12 seconds to poo. So it's another poo-related statement. Yeah. I've gone for two poo statements. So all mammals take on average 12 seconds to have a poo.
Without getting into too much detail, like,
yeah.
Is it just the process of it, of the mole poking out the hole and then coming out, or is it like sitting down, getting ready, opening your book? That badgers like to do.
I'm just thinking of some fox just like just going upstairs, love, rolling the newspaper under his arm.
Fantastic, Mr. Fox. Under his arm.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's from first push to last push.
I'd say true then.
Ting!
Way.
It's true, yeah. Yeah, it's just a weird little evolutionary thing that all mammals take about 12 seconds to have a poo.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough. Now, I'm going to do one more. I'm just going to... Have I done one of these before about Frank Sinatra?
I think you might have.
Yeah.
Is it something to do with the mob?
No.
Go for it anyway, let's see.
Bat Out of Hell was originally written for Frank Sinatra, but he turned it down due to his fear of bats. He actually offered to take the song if it was referred to Cat Out of Hell.
You haven't said that one before, I don't think.
Good.
I'm going to, due to the level of detail, I'm going to actually... I don't know. Because Meatloaf wrote all his own songs, didn't he? Or did he? I'll go fact. See, you duped me with the amount of detail that you give.
Too much detail. It's fact. Sorry, it's fake.
Yeah. Oh.
Is it the post? Yeah.
Damn, lost again.
Yeah, is that 3-1? You lost
3-1.
Yeah,
I think so.
You won 3-0 last week, didn't you?
I know.
So that's fact or fake for this week.
Better luck next time, eh?
Yes, yeah, I shall. I'm slowly running out of made up facts, so I need to get back to my caravan in Wales for some inspiration.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Shall we have another break?
Let's have a break.
Coming soon to Channel 5, the tribute bands of Great Britain. In the first episode, we follow one of the Midlands' biggest tribute bands. Yeah, I've been married 4 times. Yeah, and divorced 4 times as well. Yeah. People say to me, Brian, you must love wedding cake. I don't actually. Oh no, it gives me the rotten shits. Yeah. But I suppose I'm a bit of a ladies' man.
I'm a best gig. We had a gig in Stafford once. And we had out a new 200 watt stadium at Ready Amp to give the crowd a right treat. Right, picture this. The place was packed to the rafters. I plug in the amp and boom, the whole place goes into darkness. No, never once to miss a joke. I shouted out, has anyone got a quid for the meter? Well, the 20 people in the audience were crying with laughter. Well, 19 were, yeah. Well, we weren't to know, but one of them was one of them Chilean miners. He started having a panic attack, bless him. So as soon as he got the power back on the music sorted him out and he was fine.
Stu. Looney Stu, as he likes to call himself. Yeah, he's a good lad, Stu. Yeah, me and Stu go way back. We met at school, and we become friends through a mutual love of rock music, and we've been friends ever since. But Stu's had a tough life. He's had a really tough life. So much bad luck. He's the unluckiest man in Birmingham. I mean, so much bad luck. I mean, I tell you how bad it is. He's the only man I know who has sneezed so hard he shit himself. Think of that. Do it now.
Come on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final part.
We're just trying the poo theory.
You're just timing yourself.
Yeah, 11 seconds.
Oh, was it? All right, you're better than average then.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to take part in the Poo Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That famous event.
That famous event that we once covered.
Massive dump.
Yeah, that is a massive dump. Actually, kind of loosely linked to this. Obviously, that was one of our kind of features on our previous podcast, and we used to do a feature on the legend that now is Shane Warne.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And obviously, the very, very, very sad and sudden news that Shane Warne passed away.
I know. I was very surprised by that, and a little bit upset by that.
Yeah, it kind of just hit me a little bit in the. It hit me a little bit, that one. For I mean, the word legend gets overly used these days, but he was a genuine 100% kind of all-time great.
Yeah, as an Australian cricketer, we shouldn't like him because he's no doubt caused us so many batting collapses in his lifetime and stuff.
Yeah.
and causes a lot of pain. But it's one of them where it's the same with me with Alex Ferguson, where you just can't help but respect the man. It's like,
yeah, and his achievements, yeah.
exactly, yeah.
He's also, his punditry was great, and his expertise and his knowledge, and I think he really helps people who are perhaps. I mean, I'm no cricket expert by any means, but he could bring the world of cricket to people who don't know much about the sport, and you go, oh right, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, make it a bit more approachable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he made it a bit more approachable. And I've been watching these kind of masterclass videos on YouTube where he's taking you through how he used to work as a bowler.
Yes.
And for anybody who's not familiar with the world of cricket, he was one of the leading wicket takers of all time who changed the world of cricket. So yeah, if you don't know cricket or know Shane Warne, definitely go on YouTube and look for Shane Warne's best of and best bits and things like that.
Yeah, or even some of the comedy moments of his where it's like every interview he did. He said, "You getting on the base tonight?"
Yeah, it's true. Every story he talks about, and we were just having a beer. And
a legend of our time.
Yeah, he was. I think he was rock and roll, the rock and roll kind of cricketer.
Yeah, I remember you telling me one about some England fan was giving him crap in the stands, wasn't he? And he just turned around and necked his beer.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, some England fan was giving abuse on the boundary, so he just walked over, took his beer off the advertising board and necked it.
What a legend!
So yeah, there was a lovely story where England fans were giving him some stick on the boundary, and then the England fans basically just started cheering. We only do it. We only wish that you were English.
That's good.
As we're only giving you stick because you're so good.
Yeah, exactly.
He took his hat off and doffed his cap to them. So an all-time great, and yeah, it'd be a sad loss in the world of cricket and sport and just general kind of culture,
and punditry and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, R.I.P. Shiny.
Yeah,
Bowling Shine.
Bowling Warner. So with that in mind, we will move on to our final two topics. The first of which is weird news.
Yes.
Which is our favourite part of the show.
Oh, easily.
There's hell of a lot of weird news out there.
Oh, good.
Hell of a lot of weird news out there.
Because we need it. We need it more than ever.
Yeah, I think when the world is the way it is at the moment, I think weird news seems to just grow and grow and grow for some reason.
Exactly, yeah.
All the extremes come out.
Because it's extreme times, people take extreme measures.
What was that? Extreme measures.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh God, with Trevor Eve.
Extreme measures.
With Trevor Eve, 9:00 on BBC One.
For anyone who doesn't know, have a look for The Trip and Extreme Measures.
Yeah. With Trevor Eve.
With Trevor Eve, yeah. That's Steve Coogan, Rob Brydon. That's one of our most favourite programmes of all time.
Oh, easily, yeah.
I've got 3 weird news headlines today. I could have give you about 20, but obviously we haven't got all the time in the world.
Save them, mate. Save them. Stockpile them.
Exactly, yeah. And I haven't even looked in my book this week.
Yeah. Haven't you? No.
No. There's that many. These are all off the Tinterweb.
Yeah.
So this one's from the Metro, which is a very, very good source of weird news.
Yes.
Metro.co.uk. Headline reads: "Dead bat posted through woman's letterbox in case of mistaken identity." So this is in Manchester in England. And a woman local news. Yeah, a woman was surprised when a dead bat was posted through her letterbox. She joked that it was just another normal day in Manchester, but it turns out to be a genuine mistake. It was a bizarre mix-up. But she was left wondering whether she had upset someone or it was some kind of enemy or someone who didn't like her.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you thought, well, God, why is this happening? Is this some weird thing that the local Italian gang does to like a horse's head in your bed? Well,
or the local vampire gang.
Yeah, the local goths.
Yeah, exactly.
Shove a bat through your letterbox. Partner or husband is a husband, so she rang is a husband. Is a police officer. What's funny is that when she rang her husband, he just laughed. Instead of taking it seriously, going, "I'm on the case, love."
Nothing to do with it then.
Yeah. But no, it turns out that they've got one of these Ring doorbells, with the camera on it.
Oh, yes, yeah.
What it says is, I opened the polystyrene bag and it stank.
Said the bat. That was quick, that
one. After reviewing the footage and posting it on Facebook, what they actually found is that the woman who posted it through the letterbox is part of some kind of scientific bat community, measuring kind of bat population decline. And she'd found this dead bat, and she was actually hoping to post it through the door of someone who could study the bat and find out what it died of.
As you do.
So basically, she thought she was giving the dead bat to someone who could study. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was.
Yes.
Professor Sharon Wheatos from Manchester University is an expert in bats.
Yeah.
She just posted it through the wrong letterbox.
Is that a name, Wheatos?
No, I don't know why I said Sharon Wheatos.
I love Wheatos.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. So anyway, she's glad it's all been cleared up and she can now sleep again.
That's good. At night.
At night, yeah. So yeah.
Oh, during the day. Sorry.
Yeah, hanging upside down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's said the bat. That's good, brilliant.
No, just snorted. Oh god.
So that's weird news number one.
Okay, that is brilliant. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant.
Headline number two. So the next two are from The Mirror, The Mirror, and that's a newspaper over in the UK. Not like
red top one.
Not like I looked in my mirror and myself spoke back to me and giving weird news.
I found this weird news in the mirror.
Yeah. It's a newspaper called The Mirror. Mirror.co.uk, online news. And
Online.
The headline reads, "My dog won't stop staring at me."
I've got to see. There must be a picture that accompanies this.
There is a picture, yeah.
There must be a picture, yeah.
I will. I'll send it to you now on the old WhatsApp.
Cool. Or his face, I should say.
Yeah. My dog won't stop staring at me, and it's turning me into a nervous wreck.
Oh, look at his face. He's lovely.
A woman has told how she's become a nervous wreck because her dog won't stop staring at her.
She can no longer relax at her home.
Yeah.
Look at the face.
I'll genuinely get this uneasy, unsettled feeling sometimes because I'll look up and realise she's just been staring me down.
Really?
Yeah, I've had dogs my entire life. I've also worked as a kennel attendant. I've never had a dog make me feel so uneasy.
So she's got experience then, hasn't she?
Well, yeah, but for some reason this dog just likes staring at her. I feel awful saying all of this, but it's true. She's always watching me.
I always feel like
my dog is watching me.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. But to be honest with you, she should go to the doctors or get something checked out, because usually they have a sixth sense if they're staring at you all the time or they're sniffing you all the time.
Yeah,
something's wrong.
Yeah. The first question I would ask is, are you feeding the dog? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh no! Oh God! Oh, I knew there was something.
Are you walking the dog?
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's like,
have you got something on your head?
Yeah. Yeah. You got a piece of steak on top of your head. Yeah, that'll be
Ever
it.
since I bought this steak hat, it's been the
same. Yeah. Ever since I've been wearing this meat-flavoured perfume, the dog won't stop staring at me.
I must have misinterpreted the pork pie hat.
The pork pie hat, yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's the second news story.
Love it.
Can't quite believe that made it into the news, but it did.
I'm so glad it did, though.
Yeah, I'm glad for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Final one from the Mirror again.
Ooh.
Man abducted by aliens 50 years ago claims he warned world about COVID in World War III.
Oh. Amazing.
Yeah.
How did he have the foresight?
I know. Yeah. He's now.
Did they tell him?
Yeah, the aliens told him. Yeah. They showed him some images of a pandemic in World War III. Yeah. He hasn't got any evidence that this happened.
No.
But it did happen.
I'm not criticising him, right? I'm not saying he's a liar, but in the 20th century there was a pandemic and 2 world wars, so the fact that it could happen again is better than average, I'd say. So is he just predicting that?
He's predicting the norm. Yeah.
Yeah.
These aliens abducted me and they showed me images that there would be a World Cup final every 4 years.
Showed me that there could be a computer the size of a phone.
So yeah, this guy's now 58, and I'm gonna make. I haven't looked at this, I promise, but I'm gonna make the assumption that he's American. Mississippi.
Yep. That's it.
That'll do it.
Deep South.
So he's 58. But this happened when he was 19 years old. He was abducted by aliens who had lobster-like claws.
Ooh.
They probed him.
Oh, not anal probed him.
Yeah, you know, those big-fingered aliens.
Oh, the poor sod.
And showed him visions of the future where he foresaw a plague in World War III. And then obviously after he was abducted this is 1973, he told people that this was going to happen and no one listened to him.
No one listened? I don't know why they didn't listen to him.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Or a liar.
Yeah. Apparently, of these visions that he was shown, he doesn't know whether it's going to be a nuclear war. He doesn't know that much detail, but he just knew there was going to be a nation against another nation.
So in these visions, he didn't see like big flashes or anything like that, or anything like big rockets landing or anything like that. He just saw general war. Exactly.
Yeah. He has made a quote here and talk about pot calling the kettle black. My personal opinion is that they, in brackets, politicians.
Oh, not the aliens.
No. My personal opinion is that politicians are a bunch of idiots.
Oh.
Says the
man that believes in aliens.
Yeah, the man who's abducted. Yeah. I didn't come up with this on my own, he said.
No, it's probably the other guys in the bar as well.
Yeah. It was everyone who'd had 8 Jack Daniels and Coke. I truly hope that these future visions do not come true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. What other prediction has he said? Any other Nostradamus scale predictions for the future?
He said no, but he did say he was attacked by a female alien on board the UFO.
They've just got no bloody manners, aliens, have they?
I know, yeah. They're just taking you away in the spaceship, probing you, and this one scratched his eyes with her long fingernails.
Oh, what a bitch!
He claimed he strangled her after she shoved a finger up his nose.
Well, he's had a finger up everywhere else. Well, why not the nose? Fucking hell! I think that would be the one I'd be least sensitive about, to be honest. Well, we all need little characters like that in life, don't we? Sometimes. So.
We do, yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, and I'm
and
glad
all he's sailing him.
Yeah, I'm glad he's still alive because he had all his blood drained out as well.
Oh, fucking hell! Yeah.
So God, yeah, he's had a.
It's amazing that he's alive, to be honest.
Isn't it? He's had a real good going over, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he deserves like an Ant Deck Saturday Night Takeaway place on the plane.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Just to because he's been through a lot, hasn't he?
He has been through a hell of a lot, and no one's listening to him.
No.
So yeah, that's my final weird news story.
Lovely, bless him.
Bless him. And with
Cool.
that we will move on to our final feature, which is classic album.
Yes.
Over to you, mate.
Okay, so as we say, both me and James are both big music fans, both fans of people getting probed by aliens as well. But we do like classic albums, and I use the word classics with brackets around it because they don't usually go past 2008 in terms of albums. But that's just a reflection on the modern music industry. God, I sound old.
It's just noise.
Yeah, you and your pop songs with your Christina Aguilera's. Show me age there as well.
She hasn't released a song in 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Merry Christmas. Okay. So this song is coming back from way back when. It's 1999.
Oh, this is a recent one for us.
This is fairly recent for us, yeah.
1999.
1999. So I'll just let you think on that about albums around that period. At the time, I was in year 8, year 9, so I'd probably be about 12, 13, 14, around then, whatever it would be. So just discovering music, that kind of thing. Weird things happening when I'm going to bed and stuff when we around the naval areas. Very confusing time. Red Shoe Diaries after 10 on Channel 5. And
like,
before I watch
Bear on Bravo.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got something to show you.
Yeah. How did you guess that was the album? Yeah, so very, very confusing time. And before I probably watched Red Shoe Diaries with my special box by the bed.
God, we're getting...
No, come on. It was the TV remote control box.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking channels.
Yeah, you call it the box in your house, don't you?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's it. Yeah, come on. Hell.
Yeah.
Man, like a sewer. I'd probably be listening to this album, and it's Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yes, 1999, of course.
1999. Yeah, I didn't really get the whole Red Hot Chili Peppers thing because I was probably too young when like Blood Sugar Magic come out in 1992. But this album, I think I heard Californication, or I saw it on MTV2 or something like that. And it was like a video game, the single was, and it was really impressive at the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I thought, wow, this is really cool, and an amazing song. So I think it was the first album I went out to buy.
Oh, wow.
A CD album. I think I might have bought a couple of tapes before that, but yeah, it was the first kind of CD album I went to buy.
Yeah.
And it's just so many good songs on it, and it's just it's just one of them albums where you can put it on, and say you're just driving down a road, or it's nice summertime, or you want to chill out, or anything like that. It's just perfect for that kind of thing, especially Other Side, Californication, Road Tripping. Songs like that as well. Around the World is a bit more heady, but yeah. Scar Tissue I love Scar Tissue. Such a classic laid back song.
It's brilliant,
beautiful musicianship on the album and stuff. And it's sorry, mate.
I was just going to go back to that point. It is a really good album for driving on a perfect summer's day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the album, they got John Frusciante back in, who'd had his own issues. The guitarist, and it is guitaring, playing on it is absolutely amazing. Kiedis is a brilliant lyricist and singer as well on it. And it's also produced by Rick Rubin, I didn't realise.
Yeah.
It was used mainly a hip hop producer.
That's right, yeah.
Wasn't he? Well, the albums, but I think around that time he started to collaborate with a lot more rock and roll. I know he did Johnny Cash's later albums,
right?
When he used to cover like rock and roll songs and stuff. But it's such a brilliant album, and if anyone's not listened to it, I'd highly recommend giving it a listen.
Yeah, my main memories or feelings of this is that the first half of the album is just amazing.
Yeah, banger after banger after banger. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the track titles now. I think you get to track 7 easily.
Yeah.
And it's just tune after tune after tune after tune after tune.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like you said, this is after Blood Sugar Sex Magic. John Frusciante left because he had his, personal issues, and this was they did 2 or 3 albums in between, didn't they, without him?
Yeah.
And this is his kind of return back to the Chili's, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, and what a return as well.
What a return, and which he left again, but he's now come back, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's come back again. It's like the bloody boomerang, isn't it?
It was, yeah, and then COVID happened and damned my want to see the Chili's with the full classic lineup.
Exactly. Yeah,
John
still time.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll get round to touring with the classic lineup. What's your opinion on the follow-up, by the way?
I think it's a good album, but I don't know if it was the timing or what, or I think they've got a bit more rockier on the follow-up in 2003. But I think this one's will always have a special one for me. Yeah.
Do you know the one thing I didn't like about this album?
What?
Was the artwork.
What, the front?
Yeah, I just never quite got it. It's like a lava swimming pool or something daft, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a pool reflecting into the sky, but the pool is orange. Looks like it's got tango in it. Yes,
yeah. I never liked the album cover. I don't know why.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, is there a dog in it?
I don't know.
Is it staring at someone? I never noticed that before. There's like a chair, and then it looks like there's a dog there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, that's my classic album. Are you upset about that one, or?
No, because
mildly annoyed.
No, because the reason I asked about By the Way, the reason I asked is because I think that By the Way is one of my favourite albums of all time. The next one.
Right, okay, yeah.
So I'm probably the other way around. I really love By the Way. I can listen to every track. I really like it, and I really like parts of Californication. Where I think you'll probably sounds like you're the other way round.
Yeah, I'm more the melodic, chilled one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not all melodic. Like around the world is pretty fast. I usually skip that one actually because it scares me.
It's a bit too much.
It's a bit too much for a first song in an album. You're like, fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
calm down.
Yeah, it's like Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis. Like.
Yeah,
it slaps you around the face, doesn't it, as an opening track? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like being slapped with a wet fish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, it is a great choice. In kind of, I now want to go and listen to it immediately.
Yeah, have a listen this afternoon.
I will. Yeah, as soon as we're finished with this, I shall listen to that this afternoon. I hope it's on Amazon Prime and I don't have to pay for unlimited. Otherwise, I'll be going to youtube.com.
Yeah. This new website called youtube.com.
Yeah, you get loads of stuff for free that you should be paying for.
Exactly. Carl Pilkington podcasts and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely amazing choice. Love it, mate.
Lovely. I'm glad I got it at the mark with that one.
Yeah, you definitely did, yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, that's
us, isn't it?
That's us. That's us for another fortnight or whatever it is. I'm just going to quickly say I recommend that people out there who are into their podcast listen to the Funny Hour by Expedition Hours. It is Expedition Isles. Sorry, it's a podcast I've been listening to lots and lots and lots. It's 2 mates just rambling about random topics, and it's funny. So
exactly.
A shout
if you
out
like
to
cars,
podcast.
you'll like this.
Yeah, I love it. So please listen to that Funny Hour.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. So we'll be back soon. Tom will be hosting.
Yep.
I'll
get my best suit on.
Get your best suit.
I need to starch the navel area actually.
Yeah, get your teeth whitened.
Yeah, exactly.
Up, get that Hollywood
them
smile.
as well.
Yeah, and have a hair transplant. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Cover up that duck egg at the back.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll see everyone in a couple of weeks' time with a bit of luck.
Yeah, and I hope you all stay safe, and I hope this world improves in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if we could come back in 2 weeks and things are on the up.
Exactly. Yeah.
And by that we don't
and it's
mean
all
rockets.
thanks to our podcast. Yeah.
We don't mean big rockets coming over the North Sea.
And I know I said WD-40 can fix anything, but don't bother sending it there.
Yeah, it can't fix that.
No, exactly.
Yeah. We're not responsible for paying any hospital bills.
No, only Ron Seal Quick Dry and Wood Stay will fix that.
Yeah.
It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah. Cool. Right then. So we'll see everyone in a couple of weeks.
Hasta luego, mi amigo.
Bye.
Bye.